Shalom Yisrael. First and foremost, I give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachal Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to those Le'akim that's preached the word in all truth and sincerity. Along to Israelite foreigner brothers that like the heathens, but the line and false side goes back to the nation of Israel, which nation of Israel are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans through the prophecies and curses of Deuteronomy 28 chapter and throughout the Bible. So this is your brother Yakal Amah for a lesson, and today's lesson will be entitled Judgments are prepared for scorners. I was going to go on some precepts and Lord willing, you brothers and your sisters out there be edified through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. I'm going to start with the book of Proverbs chapter 19 and verse 29. And it reads, Judgments are prepared for scorners, and stripes for the back of fools. Right. So we understand that the judgments of Yahweh Shemel Shai are prepared for scorners. Now, when you define the word scorners, it's from the Hebrew word lawatazah, which means make mouth sack, talk arrogantly, to boast, to mock, to make fun of, it says to be inflated, meaning, puffed up, proud. It says scoff, act as a scorner, show oneself a mocker, so the word scorner is synonymous with the word scoffer, which is an individual that, talks, talks shit, and that's the type of energy we get from most of our people, the 2/3 of Israel and these heathen nations, but for them doing that, there are judges prepared for them, and we're going to get into those specific type of judgments later on in this lesson. It says, in stripes for the back of fools, right, because when you go to Proverbs 23 and 9, it reads, speak not in the ears of a fool, for he will despise the wisdom of that word. So these will be the scoffers, they're fools, and they despise the wisdom of Yahweh Shemel Shai words out the Bible, out the scriptures, it's like of the scriptures, So, judges are being prepared for them, man. And when you go to Sirach 27:28, it says, mockery and reproach are from the proud. You see? So mockery and reproach are from the proud, man, because remember, the scriptures talk about we are fools for Yahweh Shai. So the fact, when we go out on the highways and byways, we got our ancient garments on with our fringes, which people, laugh at us, based upon the way we look. We got beards on our face, it's not lined up, we don't look worldly, so we're made fun of, but mockery and reproach are from the proud. But vengeance as a lion shall lie in wait for them, because Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to avenge all our adversaries, man. As Yahweh Shai said in Luke 18. Luke 18, and we go down, I start verse 7. It says, and shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear along with them. So Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to avenge his own elect, man. Because the Lord doesn't take lightly on people offending his men. His men that's, teaching the truth and standing up for him. Because really you're not reproaching us. You're really reproaching Yahweh Shemel Shai, because we come in his energy, in the spirit, you see, and we represent the Lord on the earth by the godly conduct that we have to the best of our ability in this truth. It says, I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. So the Lord's going to avenge us speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man comes, shall he find faith on the earth? Yeah, and the answer to that question is yes. Because the only ones that's going to have the faith are the elect men of Israel, So let's get some of these judgments that are prepared for scorners, also known as scoffers. And let's first get this scripture real quick, because this is prophecy that scoffers will be doing this in the last days. 2 Peter 3 and 3. knowing this first that there shall come in the last days, which we're living in now, scoffers walking after their own lusts. Yeah, so you know this was supposed to happen, man. You know, they're walking after their own lust. They serve their belly. They worship black, Hispanic, and American culture. They're all about scammers. You know, try to get the bag. You know, so they're walking after their own lust. What they seem is right. You know, but they scoff at the men of Yahweh Shemon Shai, his elect. Which indirectly you're scoffing at the Lord. You see. But these are the judges that's going to be prepared for them. Jeremiah 15:2, which is going to happen in Jacob's trouble, which we know the Lord can take him out now before Jacob's trouble. But the scriptures also talk about the Lord knoweth how to reserve the ungodly to the day of destruction. So the Lord knows how to reserve the wicked, you know, for their judgment. Because that judgment gonna be great, man. But this is Jeremiah 15:2. It reads, "And it shall come to pass, if they shall say unto thee, Whether shall we go forth? Then shalt thou tell them, Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, such as for death to death, and such as for the sword to the sword, and such as for the famine to the famine, and such as for the captivity to the captivity, and I will appoint over them four kinds, said Yahweh, the sword to slay, and the dogs to tear, and the fowls of the heaven, and the beasts of the earth to devour and to destroy, man. So the Lord's gonna have different type of judgments prepared for these scorners. It's gonna be some scorners, scoffers. They're gonna die. Of course, they are gonna be put to death, but they're gonna die by the sword, by Esau Edom, because Esau Edom is the sword of the Lord. But also the ultimate sword is the ICBM missiles, which is gonna destroy this place, America. So it's gonna be individuals that's gonna die, which all the non-elect is gonna die by the ICBM missiles, but some is gonna be taken out, you know, through the plagues of Jacob's trouble, such as famine. It's gonna be some individuals that are gonna die of famine. It's gonna be some individuals that are gonna die in captivity in the FEMA camps, being tortured to death by Esau. You know, but if the Lord reserves you all the way to get destroyed by the ICBM missiles, that means He wanted it for you. You know, and the Lord gonna have the sword to slay, dogs to tear. Actual dogs. Hyenas, wolves. Because remember, these animals are gonna leave their natural habitat and they're gonna come in the inner cities. Due to for the Lord's judgment. You know, it says, "And the fowls of the heaven, which are the birds, and the beasts of the earth." Fowls. Remember, the scriptures talk about we have only seen few of His works. So the Lord has birds out here that's huge. Best believe that He's preserving for the day of Jacob's trouble. So the Lord's gonna put the spirit on these animals to kill a lot of people, man. To kill 2/3 of Israel and these heathens. The beast, from the lion, the tiger, the bears, you know, to devour and to destroy. So that's what the Lord's gonna have 2/3 of Jake die by, man. So these are various judgments that how the Lord's gonna take out the non-elect, the 2/3 of Israel and these heathens. These wicked ass people, man. And Lord willing, we be shielded from that. We have the hedge of protection, man. You know, so that's how the Lord is going to take out a lot of people, man. But the icing on the cake is going to be the ICBM missiles, man. The Lord is going to take everybody out all at once with the ICBM missiles. That will destroy America, according to biblical prophecy. You know, and oh yeah, Sirach 49 says, "Death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for the saints came the flood." So all these things are created for the wicked, not for the righteous. You know, even though the righteous will be in the midst of these plagues, but remember the Lord is going to grant them a hedge of protection, and they're going to be shielded from the wrath to come. You know, and they're going to be delivered. You know, so you know, even though some of the elect will have to die, according to Revelation 20:4, on not receiving the impalpable device, the charagma, the seed, according to Revelation 13:16. But those that die in Yahweh Shai by way of beheading, which are the elect, they're gonna be risen up first in the chariots of Israel, you know, and their works do follow them. So it's a win-win situation if you die for Yahweh Shemel Shai, and it's easier said than done, you know. So yeah, man, I just wanted to make a lesson on that. Let's see if I had anything else. Um, yeah, that was pretty much it. I pretty much made the point. I had this scripture, but I don't want to beat the dead horse. But yeah, that was pretty much it. Lord willing, I was edified, and till next time, shalom.